Hello? No? مش الحال? Okay. Again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk, thank you for being here. I'm going to talk about the connected business and the social future. Mainly, I'm going first to talk about why digital and what would be the optimum digital communication approach. And digital optimization in general. I'm going to review a few case studies and a bit of challenges and learnings to conclude. Why digital? I'm going to start with this quote. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. This was said to be Charles Darwin, but it is not. It's actually Clarence Darrow. He was involved in the Scopes monkey trial. But do we care? Who is it? It's pretty much interesting. And as my friend and colleague said, there's a digital Darwinian, colleague Josh Khabbaz, there's a digital Darwinian evolution that started, and we should not just see it as a channel anymore. So what is the value of digital and why it changed the game? If we look at digital today, we're really in a world that is connected. We're talking Web 2.0 and 3.0 and what's next to come. Broadband is a reality. Even in Lebanon, we have good connectivity and connectivity that is getting better and better. Not the best, definitely, in the world, but we're getting better. We're talking about rich content, infinite content on the web, user-generated content, very important, and different devices, web, mobile, tablets, and different what to expect more, and mainly social media that is empowering people to send their message. Through social media, mainly the main shift in social media, I will just give it very briefly. It's the audiences are now in control. It's now a conversation with the brand, not just a one-way communication. It's really adapting the message to the audience and seeing what the audience wants, focusing on the audience and adding value, influencing and involving rather than just dictating a message, and user-created content that leads to co-creation. And what matters most is really how people interact with content. We don't care what's the device, we don't care about the technology, we don't care about all this. The user wants to interact with content. This is why he's using the most accessible and the most easy device. We're talking to a consumer that is now a social consumer that is influenced by his peers, by people like him, by his friends, that is consuming information and news through the social networks. He's learning about new products through the social networks. He wants to converse and to talk to the brand, and he wants a brand to be available where he is spending his time, and a brand that can engage and react quickly. If we dig deeper, as defined by IBM in Beyond Digital Study, we're talking about new digital behaviors. Mainly, we have people who are efficiency experts who really use the web for useful stuff and to buy online or to do things they need to do. Social butterflies who spend all their time and online connected to their friends and connected to people. The content kings that consume news, music, video streaming, and content online, and the connected maestros who are our champions, and that are the early adopters, and that combine all this in terms of social butterflies, content kings, and efficiency experts. These are the people who will drive the change, who will adopt the new technologies. And the connected consumer today is known even across the age brackets in this study also of IBM. Of 65% of respondents of this study between the age of 55 and 64 watch TV while they surf the web and text with friends. Of the consumers over 65, who watch TV, 49% surf the web, and 30% text. 82% of surveyed global consumers aged between 18 and 64 are embracing connected digital devices, and it's just simple looking at all of you guys on your phones and tweeting and communicating while listening to this presentation. The value of digital is really being accessible on various channels, giving the consumer the ability to participate with the brand, and this is invaluable in different situations. It is easy, cost-effective, the most easy to collect data, to capture content of your audience. It's an affordable channel to listen to people and learn about their needs and adapt your offering to their needs. It helps you build long-term relationships with your consumers, and all these relationships are built around conversation. So the question now is digital and social media. Do you want to be part of it or not? Do you want to shape it or be shaped by it? We want to shape it, and we want to be part of it. And for us, the digital communication approach starts by giving the right message at the right time to the right person using the right device. All this should be done within an engagement strategic approach that starts by setting objectives, what we want to achieve tactically and strategically, increasing sales, increasing awareness. We need to define all this, target the customers where they are and where they are spending their times and where they are being active. Audit and plan your resources, being it who will handle my social media, what is the content, is my content ready to go on social media, what are my new needs of content, what do I need for mobile, what do I need for web, and how should I articulate all this? Then I need to identify and build my platforms, and here we have to look at a digital landscape that includes the owned media, which is mainly the platforms I own, my website, my blog, my mobile web, my mobile apps, the earned platforms where I build and increase my audience and I increase my followers and my adopters, and here we're talking about social media, and the bought media where I pay to get traffic and to get reach. Mainly, these could be any networks where we can advertise, and even advertising today on digital is targeted, is specific, and can be tailored the way we want to get the best results possible. And when we build, it has to be an optimized user experience that provides useful content, usable content, accessible, intuitive, ergonomically designed, desirable, good-looking, sustainable, updated, fresh, adaptive. And today, we cannot forget about having a social experience where it's collective, it's shareable, it's dynamic, and open. And when we optimize our social channels, there are many. There are some that are very well known. I will not go through that, but mainly we need to identify what are the channels that are relevant to our brand and to our communication strategy. For example, if we are extremely B2B, maybe we don't need Facebook. We need to be somewhere else. And the way we do all this is really through storytelling. And a nice quote from Pete Cashmore of Mashable: brands are becoming our friends on social networks like Facebook, on the messaging site Twitter, and through corporate blogs. Brands too must learn to establish an identity through storytelling. You have to tell your story. And to conclude this part about building, you need to increase your reach, and you increase your reach through different tactical approaches. Some of them here identified are search engine, search marketing, online PR, the whole dimension of coverage by others and by known resources online, online partnerships and co-branding, affiliate marketing, interactive ads, advertising online in the right place and in the right format. Email is still there, especially when you have clean opt-in email lists. And social media marketing, the whole social media reach possibilities. Once we have built our platforms, we have to set our engagement policies. We need to know how to engage and how to go online. what to say and what not to say and how to say it, how to escalate, how to handle a crisis, how to propose new content, and how to deal with even with our internal teams, how they engage online and how they represent the brand. We activate, and here it's about community management, posting, creating editorial content, and reaching our users. Everything is measurable. We need to know what worked, what did not work. We can have clear analytics. There are interesting tools still to be elaborated on analyzing sentiments on social media. And we identify what we should focus on, what we should not focus on, and how we should do it. And then, after monitoring and tracking, we amend and we execute again. And it's a circle between activation, learning, measuring, tracking, and executing again. I'm going to go through quickly some of the work we did for some of our clients and to give a bit the dimension of digitizing their business. Bellamy's are leading art retailers and auction house in Lebanon. They have more than 40,000 items. And we created a full global e-commerce platform. It's a real buyers and sellers marketplace. You can be there as a buyer or even as a seller and list your products. It's fully integrated with platforms like eBay and Amazon in different countries. They have different payment methods, including PayPal and other platforms. They have auction-related features, which is the core of what they do. And it's all developed on Magento, which is the leading e-commerce platform in the world. Lebe'lik is another example where small businesses and local designers are aggregated on one e-commerce platform to sell globally, and where we succeeded in integrating social commerce through Facebook Open Graph integration, where there's a new dimension in shopping to share, to see what other peers' recommendations about the products that are being displayed. Sako is KSA's leading hardware retailer. We developed all their online presence and community on web, mobile, social media. We reached a global community of 1 million individuals and still growing. We're on all platforms, and we succeeded in making the digital channel replace many traditional communication tools like flyers and brochures and print in many areas for offers and promotions. Bupa are cooperative insurance, also in Saudi Arabia. They, in addition to their full presence, they are providing, for the first time in Saudi Arabia, insurance purchasing online. You can purchase your insurance both on the web and on mobile. You can customize it, pay either by the local payment Sadad or by credit card. There are added value information on mainly to help users better interact with the brand and get value more than just the service they are offering them. And it's all translated also on mobile. Spinnes Lebanon is also another case study where we developed the global site, the regional site with the multi-country, and we're developing each country. Lebanon is a good example where we developed a local site, a full online shopping and delivery platform, currently on the web and soon on mobile, fully integrated with their back-end logistics to deliver fresh goods and frozen goods and regular goods directly to the home. And also we developed for them the whole activation, and we're supporting them in promoting all this on social media. For Bank Audi, we're developing the Spring Account community site. It's a product for youth. It's specifically a product. It's an account for youth, starting the age of 18. And they decided to have digital and the community site as a feature of the product. So the website is one of the features on which they are providing content feeds aggregation, value-added content, offers and access to exclusive offers and features. We're helping them in social media optimization and in the activations and competitions that are happening there. And the most recent one was launched yesterday, actually. Blam Shabab is another major case study. Blam Shabab is a CSR initiative, a major CSR initiative for youth from Blam Bank. And it's oriented towards education and careers orientation. And the site is really about giving value-added content and tools for youth to define their future, to better shape their future. It's offering a job and internship marketplace, very active, where you can find jobs and positions. It's an exhaustive job and the university's directory, job descriptions, and inspiring stories by industry experts and expert professionals. The challenges in going into digital are the following, mainly. First, you need to build a proper strategy with maximum visibility, a good roadmap, even if you're executing some of it and not everything. And we're starting gradually. You need to assess risks, identify safeguards to mitigate those risks, set and implement proper policies in order to regulate everything within clear policies in case it degenerates, especially with the dimension of social media. You need to have the ability to listen and speak one language and tell one stories as a brand, and if needed, articulate sub-stories within your main story. But your identity is one main story. You need to be consistent and relevant to your audiences. And you need to create and have digital as a culture. And here I can say that soon there will be no way to separate social media from the rest of the enterprise. I will conclude with some learnings I've been in the industry for the past almost 18 years in digital. Born Interactive will be 18 years in March. So during this period, the main learnings, I will go quickly through them. There is no single channel. There are multiple channels. Digital is not the only way, just another channel, a major one and a powerful one to use and not to integrate in your business. There is no single recipe. You should innovate on how you do things and how to take risks. Screens are shrinking in some situations and expanding in others. So you should be flexible on how you are delivering your content. New devices will always appear, the glass of Google, other things, we don't know how they will be. The flexible screens, so we need to think of that. Agility is paramount to adapt to all these changes, otherwise we wouldn't have been in the business after 18 years. Risk-taking is continuous, and we are always experimenting, and this keeps us in a continuous entrepreneurship journey. So you're always acting as an entrepreneur, even if you're in the industry since a long time. And you're always a startup. So you're always in startup mode because we're always competing with new people, new players, because the industry is evolving. And thank you.
Testing.